Hello, children. It's your mama. So, girl, first of all, get into me. Get into me and how absolutely stunning I am. Get into that. And bask in my glow, bask in my beauty. And then call me Bike in the comments to tell me how absolutely gorgeous I am. But then, we're going to have a discussion about these hoes. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen. I shan't be bothered with the bull that appeared on mine screen on last evening of last. I don't have time for it. I'm so very busy. I'm on my way to have lunch. Then I've got a business thing to work on. I've got things. I'm going to a dinner with my mother. Like, girl, there are things going on. And stay with it. I'm not trying to hydroplane. She tries it every time. But she got to be quicker than that. She got to get up earlier in the morning. Anyway, girl, photogenic. Get into me. Anyway, so girl, it started up with, I ain't take nobody's notes because the damn was not given. But started up with Kim and Nene getting into it, doing their arguments and carrying on last night. They were going back and forth about something, honey, I don't know. And then it turned into the Roach situation. And all credit goes to, girl, I am stunning boots. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just fine. And you know when you're fine and you just can't pay attention to nothing else but the fact that you're fine. That's why I always got shades on. Look, put these shades on. So I can't see me and y'all can't see me. We need to get this review out the way. Okay, so back to what I was saying. All credit goes to Cynthia Bailey for which way? I'm gonna go this way. For the dramas involving the Roach, not the dramas, but the outfit. Swiftly following the dramas, the outfit that she wore to the little costume function. Cynthia came up with that idea, and so credit goes to her for that because that was funny. They went back and forth, talked about that. Then Kim and what's her name, Candy. They went back and forth very briefly and talked about how Candy never, ever wanted to eat that woman's box. And I just don't see it. Like, I can see Candy eating just about every box on the stage, but the white ones. I don't see it. Not saying that she wouldn't eat white box. I'm just saying that she ain't gonna eat Andy's box and she ain't gonna eat Kim's box. That's what I'm saying. It just didn't make no sense, the whole back and forth. And then Kim, everything she said she didn't say, and then they played the tape and it was obvious that she said it, but then she said she didn't say it. And then she talking about how you're not gonna make her look like a liar because she's not a liar. And I'm just like, girl, but we catching you in the lie. We catching you in the lie. The lies. The lies, the lies, the lies. Now this one Candy should have come up with the lies, the lies. She should have said it then. Because everything said by Kim was also unsaid by Kim. So Kenya and Kim got into it as well. Kenya got up from her seat, moved across yonder so she could shade her from the other side. I didn't understand because it's not like Kim and Kenya were looking directly at each other. From what the camera showed us, they weren't even looking directly at each other. So it didn't make nobody's sense for her to get up and walk over there if y'all ain't gonna, battle royale in each other's face. It didn't make no sense. But whatever, they had it out, and I didn't care. Yada yada yada. They came for Sheree. Everybody wants to know why Sheree was only telling partial bones. Why you only bringing part of the bone? Why you bringing half of the fibula? Bring me the full fibula. What's wrong with you? She bringing you only 8 phalanges. It's 2 more phalanges out there. Bring them to me. If that's what you're gonna do, if you're gonna walk around carrying bones, bring them. Bring me the patella right now. Like, honestly. And she talking about, well, that is not my job. I said, well, that's why it's alleged that you've been fired, because you renounced your duties and told the girls that's not your job when the producers had already done told you that that's your job. And they said, well, since she said that's not her job, she must don't want this job no more. That's all that was. You tell the girls that ain't your job when it is, then you must don't want the job. So they going, everybody going back and forth. Everybody is cutting Kim off at the pass. Every time she say something, they're like, no. No. Hell no. Hell to the no. A piece of no and the whole no. All of the no and partial no. Like, just no. Every time she says something, no. Like when I was a little child, I would be asking for stuff in the store, and my mama, she would start off, no, we're not gonna get that. No, we're not gonna get. By the time we was getting ready to leave the store, it was, no, put it back. Anybody got time? But no, you can't have it. I told you over there you couldn't have it. You can't have it over here. When we was at Target and you saw it, you couldn't have it. You can't have it at Walmart. What's wrong with you? So that's how they was treating Kim, and I got my life. Child, what else happened, girl? They gathered Kim, they gathered Sheree, they were asking questions. Kim got all in her feelings all over again about the John Legend thing and how Kenya brought that back up, and it was just like, girl, you the one said it. You the one said it. And then they talked about how she was sleeping with DJ Tracy with the kids in the living room, and I'm like, well, if they in a relationship, that's just not super uncommon. Like that really didn't strike me as, you know, just completely out of order. Like, I would prefer that you would get the kids a babysitter, especially since you got all this money. But you know, that ain't completely uncommon. But they gathered her about her kids, they gathered her about her husband. Kenya said he knew her makeup, her hair, her injections and all. And what else, girl? It was a bunch of foolishness that went on. Portia kept stepping in, trying to be like, well, I think the problem is, and I think, and so I also think, and we was just like, Portia, niece, sit straight, settle down, sit, have a seat, just take one, take a seat. And she was over there getting her life. She was so happy that he wasn't on her this episode, this, you know, reunion, that she was getting her life. They talked about, you know, why, Portia, did you call that girl a whole daughter? why did you call Kim's daughter her whole daughter to her face? And as Portia tends to say, when she says something, every time she says something, her answer to why, when people ask her why she said something, is, I didn't think it would be taken that way, or I didn't mean it that way, or whatever. And I'm just saying, like, okay, Portia, I love you down. Y'all know I love Portia. Love you down, but sis, everything you say, if it's taken a different way, you need to find another way to say things. Because I say things in ways that people know exactly what I'm saying. I say it clear enough that the girls know what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with a bunch of people going around talking about, well, I took it this way, because I make it plain. I write the vision and I make it plain. If I think your daughter a hoe, I'm going to call your daughter a hoe daughter, and I'm going to say it like that, and you know I'm talking about your daughter. Like, girl. Anyway, so all of that went on, honey. I can't remember too much more from the reunion, but after the reunion, Candy, I forgot, Candy and Kim went, it's too many K's going on. Kim, Croy, Candy, Kenya, Kaporsha, Kanini, because you know Nene spelled with a K. It's Knee, Knee. But anyway, Cynthia, it's too many K's. Candy and Candy. But Candy said something about, not Portia, Jesus, who this is? Whose drawers are these? You know I wear a size 4. Kim, dang it. Kim having a drinking problem. And then Kim, you know, she goes on to say that she doesn't have a drinking problem, but then after she threw all, you know, with all her carryings on, she gets up her red Solo cup and tiptoes right on off the stage. And I'm like, well, sis, Strith. You ain't a sis of mine, but you some of my ancestors' sisters, so I can't even. But anyway, so she walks off the stage, and you know, the reunion is officially over for the most part. She tiptoes on off, and I'm getting out in the, why are you in my lane? Let's worry about your lane. How about that? You stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane. We can drive effectively together. So everybody walks off, everybody, woo, all right, yes, we threw, you know, all the, you know, that the post reunion, you know, walking off-ness. And then we get a producer running up talking about, I need Andy and a camera. I'm like, well, girl, what's going on? Is she out here on the ledge? She out on the limb? Tina Marie? And so Andy and a camera go into this bathroom, and I'm like, what was you running for? What was this producer running for? What was the point of all of that carrying on and running? Like, the girl was just in the bathroom going off. She was going off in the bathroom like she was going off on the stage. What we running for? It wasn't, I thought we was gonna go in there and see Kim, you know, hanging by the threads of her wig. Like, I need Andy and a camera. Girl, what we finna go in here and see? So she in there crying and hollering, and Croy says something along the lines of, you had the power to stop it, but you didn't. And it's just like, okay, so you want your white friend to stop this the black girls from telling the white girl she's foolish when she is. That's all it looked like to me. And 5 African-American women up on that stage, and they were attacking me and do-do-do-do. And I'm just like, girl, I really wish I could care. I wish I could. I don't care about most things. So I really, truly don't care about a Zodiac beer can. I don't. She crying and carrying on. Then she turns to Sheree. Why didn't you defend me up there? And it's like, girl, Sheree ain't nobody friend. Sheree over here for a check with a Q. But anyway, so then she goes on to talk about how racism ain't a thing, and they owe the world an apology for that racism remark. And it's like, but Kim, sweetness, bald-headed scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back. You know that people have been killed for being black. You know that people have been killed for being all other races but white. I'm sure somebody out there has been killed for being white, but as a whole, niece, as a whole, the girls have been killed for their color, and that is racism. And aside from the girls being killed, the girls being disadvantaged, that is also racism. People not being able to get a job for the color of their skin, that's racism. The overwhelming amount of black people punished harsher than white people, and not even just black people, but black. The overwhelming amount of black people being punished when white people commit same or worse crimes and don't get that same punishment, that's racism. So she's going into, it's 2018, and that racism, stuff it don't even exist anymore, is what she started. And I'm like, okay, well, she's just stupid. We're sitting here and she's stupid. Just stupid. Nothing we can do about it. Shame on, whoever raised her for making her stupid. That is truly a tragedy. Sorry, y'all, I'm putting on lotion. Truly a tragedy. Hate that she's stupid, but what can we do? And then she proceeds to go on and say that racism... Hold that thought. When she was going off on Andy, sorry, I had a vision. When she was going off on Andy, talking about, all the questions were negative, Andy got her right together and said, well, you didn't present us with anything positive for the girls to question you about. So, of course, all the questions were negative. But back to this. She went on to, it's 2018, racism doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, okay, she dumb. Then she goes right on into racism never existed. Kim Zodiac Beer Can, you claim to have black friends. You claim to be real cool with black people. You claim to not have a racist bone in your body. All of that. Kim, how do you think your black friends got to America? Sweetness? How you think they got here? They didn't just slide over because, it's just time to go to America. Whoop, whoop. No, sweetness. No, dear. They were kidnapped. They were sold. They were enslaved. They were beaten. Some of the girls, when they ran, made it out successfully. The majority of the girls, when they ran, were torn up by dogs, whipped, beaten, shot on the spot, carried back to slavery, and treated way worse than everybody else for trying not to be oppressed. That's your quote-unquote black friends lineage. That's how your black friends got to be in Atlanta with you on TV. That's how. So racism never existed? I don't understand. I don't get it, Kim. I don't see where you got that. Who called you and told you that? Who said that to you? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that in my Candy Burris voice? Who had been saying that? Because I don't understand where you could have got that lie from. I was going to just sit there and let you be stupid with racism. It's 2018. Racism don't exist no more. I was going to let you sit there with that. Oh, Snapchat, honey. I was going to let you sit in that. I was. And then you swooped around talking about racism has never existed. And that's when I let you go. I said I won't be doing it with Kim no more. I wasn't doing it with her to begin with. But if the thought had ever crossed my mind ever to go ahead and do it with Kim, it's a no. It's just a big no. Who do you think? I'm not even going to go with... I've given Kim all the energy I can. I know y'all was waiting with bated breath to hear what I had to say about it. That's what I have to say. Kim is canceled for life. Canceled past life. She's canceled in glory. When I get to heaven and somebody asks me, so Kim Zodiac Beer Can, how you feel? Canceled. Still. I know I canceled her 220 years ago on earth, but that cancellation came with us right on to glory. Because I don't have time. I just simply do not have time. I'm out here living my best life. I done quit my job. I'm making more money than I did when I had a job. I don't have time for the foolish. I don't have time. I stopped working in a public place where I have to deal with white people, and I should not have to deal with their buffoonery. Not buffoonery, buffoonery. Now that I don't work in the company of white people. So, with that being said, Kimberly, goodbye.